Hello everyone, this is LeetCode problem number 7, reverse integer. So here we are given a 32-bit integer x, and what we have to do is that reverse its digit and then output it. So I guess like reversing a digit is a pretty easy, uh, it has a pretty easy solution, right? Which you might have also come across. So the one thing that is tricky in this problem is the overflow check. So first we'll do the reversal, and first I'll show you how to do the reversal and then we'll see how to approach the solution for this problem. So for reversing, what we will do is that this is x. Our x is 1, 2, 3. What we will do is that we will divide this digit by 10 and we'll take the remainder. So let's say the remainder for this, if divided, will be nothing but 3. Okay, and then we'll divide this by 10. So what I'll be left with is 12. Okay, now this 3, I will have something like answer, and I'll have answer into 10 plus this digit, right? And this digit I have gotten like by doing x modulo 10, right? So let's say my answer was 0 in the starting. So now my answer will be 0 into 10 is nothing but 0 plus 3. So right now my answer is 3. Now after this loop, my x is 12. Again I'll do x mod 10. So this would give me 2. The remainder will be 2. And again I'll have to do this, like my previous answer, multiply by 10 plus 2. So this will be nothing but this. Now again I'll divide x by 10, so I'll be left with 1. And again I'll do x mod 10, which will give me 1. And again this is my previous answer. I'll have to multiply it by 10 plus the digit, which will give me nothing but 3, 2, 1, which is my answer for this question, right? If I reverse 1, 2, 3, I will get 3, 2, 1. Okay. So now as I had mentioned, the only tricky part is that before adding this digit, what we have to check if the answer for this is overflowing, right? So this is the overflow check that we have written. Now we know int max for 32 bits is nothing but 2 to the power of 31 minus 1, which is nothing but this. And int minimum is nothing but minus 2 to the power of 31, which is nothing but this. Correct? So in what and all cases can it overflow? When my when my answer is greater than 10, let's say I have gotten some answer and I divide it by 10 and that answer is greater, it's clearly gonna overflow. Now let's say if I divide it, it is like exactly divisible by 10, but my digit, let's say I have gotten 2, 1, 4, 7, 4, 8, 3, 6, 4. Okay, and like it will be like divisible by 10, but then my digit is greater than 7 and this becomes 8, right? At that time also it will overflow. So this is the check for int max. Similarly for int minimum, the conditions where it will overflow is that if it is less than int minimum divided by 10, and if it is exactly visible, the digit has to be less than minus 8, because if it is greater than minus 8, then again it will overflow. Okay, so I will do the dry run and table just for the clear understanding. Before I had x as 1, 2, 3. I'll do mod operation and pop out 8. Oopsie, how will I pop out 8? Sorry, 1, 2, 3. And when I do this x mod 8, 3 will pop out. And then x after this, that means my x divided by 10 will be nothing but 12. Reversal before was 0. And before obviously adding to the answer or like adding to the reverse, right, I will have a overflow check. If my overflow check fails, I'm simply gonna return 0. But if it does not, see, overflow check, it is safe. So I'm gonna add it to my answer, which is gonna be 3. Again, I'll take my x from previous one. My x was 12 over here. I'm taking the same thing. Upon popping 2 comes out. X after remains 1. Reversal before was 3. Is 3 within the limits? Yes, it is within the limits. And I'll add it to this. I mean, as this pop was within the limit, okay? Now, x from the previous one was nothing but 1. After popping, my remainder like will be 1. This would be 0. X divided by 10 will be 0. Reversal from previous one was 32. Is 32 within the limits? Yes, it is safe. Reversal after would be, I'll just add this pop to 3 to 1 and this would be my answer. So let's code it. We'll have a better understanding at that point of time. So yep, moving to the coding screen.
Like we had talked that reversing integer is very easy. We will run a while loop till my integer is not equal to 0, and what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna store the last digit by doing x mod of 10. This gives me the remainder of that, and then I'm gonna divide it by 10, right? And my answer would be nothing but answer into 10 plus the digit, the last digit that I got, right? And I can return my answer. This is a simple conversion that, okay, I will also create an integer called answer. Integer answer is equals to 0. Yes. Okay, so this was the logic for reversing an integer, right? But here something that is given is that it should not go outside the range, right? So like we have to check overflow, that it should not overflow. Okay, it should not be greater than 2 to the power of 31 minus 1, and it should not be less than minus 2 to the power of 31. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna check if my answer is greater than int of max. 2 to the power of 31 is nothing but like int max, right? Wait, oops, yeah, that it is not greater than this, and if at all it is equal to int max, I will check that my digit is not greater than 7. Correct? This is the check that we had written, and if this is the case, let me just put the bracket here so that it's clear. This is the case, I'm just gonna return 0. Same check will do for the int minimum, right? That it should not overflow that. So if my answer is less than int minimum, and if at all my answer is equals to int minimum divided by 10, and if my digit is not less than minus 8, then I can return 0. Okay, yeah, so let's see if this works or not. Okay, this is working. We are having all the test cases passed. Let's try to submit it. Okay, yes, so this solution works. Thank you everyone for watching.